YouTube, what's going on? The channel's If Sports Cards. My name is Ian, and we have an exciting video for you guys today. Finally, after 11 months, my 20-day submission through KK Sports Cards through to PSA finally came back. It actually came back a couple days ago, and I've been meaning to record this, and I gotta say, I am extremely nervous. The unfortunate part, I got some analysis that I got here for the cards, what I could have sold them for raw back in February 10th of 2021, which was like the peak of the market. All of these I think should be 10s or have a chance at 10s, except for one card. And again, I'll elaborate on this stuff, but I put what I thought that value would have been. And already, if the cards I sent in grade the way I hope they do, I'm already down 53% just based on timing and where the market is. That is the unfortunate part, but we're going to look past that because there's nothing we can do about that. We sent it in, we paid what we paid, and we got the cards here. Now we just got to see how good we did. And this is my first submission ever. I'm not a professional. I have this little magnifying light, and I wipe down every card, and I did everything, that by the book. You watch all these videos on YouTube, many tutorials on how to do it, and I think I did a pretty good job. So I'm just hoping that the individual that graded my cards ate their Wheaties that morning, had their coffee, had a good day. Their significant other told them that they loved them, I just hope they weren't having a bad day. That's all I got to say. It's a very subjective thing, and yeah, it is what it is. And I also think it's very hard these days to get 10s. Again, I don't know. I'm just going based off of what I see out there. There's 7 cards in here. So these were my 20-day submission. I just hope we have the right cards. You see too many videos of PSA sending people the wrong cards. Let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a good start. That is a good start. All right, that's the front, that's the back. All right, guys, let's just see what happens here. Let's see what happens. My ultimate goal here, if the cards grade out the way I hope, which would require all of these but one to be a 10, very probably unlikely, I'd still be in the positive. I'd double my money if I were to have sold them raw back in February. So that's kind of the goal here. Maybe unrealistic, I don't know, but I was very, very picky. There was many cards that I looked through, and I only sent in the very best ones, at least the ones I thought were the very best ones. I did not look at any of these, so I don't know what they graded out as. Let me kind of parcel these out the way I want to show them. Where's my Herbert at? Here he is. All right, so we got, put Herbert last. Sorry, I'm kind of spoiling what we got in here for you guys, but it is what it is. We'll start with this one. I don't even know what this one is. Let me figure out what card this is. That's the back, right? Yep. All right. Wait, that's not the Herbert. All right, we'll put that right here. All right. I like this order. We'll start off with a card that we got the right cards. That's a good start. We're going to start with a card I pulled as a kid. Again, KK Sports Cards. I would recommend them. It's kind of weird. You send a stranger your cards and they deal through DMs on Instagram. So if you ever change your name on Instagram, which I didn't have that issue, but I know a lot of people do change their names over time, you could have an issue, but I had absolutely, no complaints other than the timing, which is not their fault, was outrageous. Oh my gosh, this card's like sliding around in here. I don't like that, but this is a card that I don't know if I will ever sell. I don't care what grade it gets here, but I pulled this as a kid. This was one of the cards that got me back into the hobby, going through my old collection. I know who Drew Brees was back in the day, but I found this going through them 2.5 years ago in my collection, and I had to send it in. So let's see what Drew Brees got. All right, so here's the front. It's a nice looking card. I don't know. Maybe off-centered. I have no idea. Let's see what we got here, though. Oh, that is about as good as I think I could have done. I should have said I was expecting to get a 9 would have been phenomenal. I was expecting an 8. On my sheet I show at the end. I have it bolded because that's the only one I was not expecting a 10. That is big, although this card now is probably $110, whereas it was over $300 back in February. Even raw it was 85, so I came out positive there. I'll put all this stuff. God, that's crazy. I did not take the best care of cards as a kid. It just blows my mind that came back a 9. I was thinking 8 or 7, and 9 would have been. That's crazy. All right, decent start. That's a good start. Very happy with that. Let's hope we got some 10s coming up here. All right, Zion. No, not a great time for Zion. A lot of these cards I'm not going to sell immediately just because of timing. Zion, not the time to sell. Could be a time to buy if you believe in them, but this here is a card. I think I only opened a couple of these cellos last year, Mosaic cellos, and I pulled the Zion. Very, very happy at the time. And, I don't watch a lot of basketball, but, this guy in college was insane. Like, there's talent. He's just got to find it and stay healthy, whatever. Let's see what we got here. Again, I'm hoping for a 10. Oof, we got a 10. Heck yes. All right. That's good. So this card, as a 10, raw back in February, $75. PSA 10 was selling for $260. Now a PSA 10 is right around $100. So again, we're still above that raw, not by a lot, but we're still above the raw. Ooh, but I gotta factor in $30 for shipping. That's like a net. That's a net. Getting a 10 there again. I hope he can improve on what he's doing now. But next card, Luis, and for the buff man, I will pronounce it Robert, because he's so adamant that's how you say it. Even though the announcer say Robert, I'll go with Robert, whatever. I don't care. All I want is this to be a 10. I pulled this one in a video that I did, a retail review of hanger, a blaster, and a mega box. This came out of, not a hanger, a cello. This came out of a cello. One of the better ones you could have pulled at the time. I was very, very excited. Let's see how we did with this one. A 10. Let's go. That is huge. All right. I don't want to get too confident yet, but so far so good. Again, I studied these things so much. Maybe overanalyze some of these cards, but this one here, raw value was only $50, but PSA 10 back in February, $250. Now we're looking at half of that, which is pretty typical. Like I said, a lot of these cards are about half of what they were in February. $125. You take the $30 for shipping and stuff off. We're still in the positive. That's good. That's good. I gotta make sure this is the right card. Yeah. We have a Justin Herbert, and it's funny because this video, I'll flip it around and then I'll talk about it. This video here, when Donruss came out, Justin Herbert was one of those top quarterbacks, but he was not the top at the time. He was, maybe your, I don't want to say Trey Lance because he was at least playing, but, he was doing okay. And my video that I opened 2 blaster boxes and got one of these out of, I didn't get very excited. I was like, oh, rookie quarterback, very cool. A lot of people watched that video like months later and they were like, you didn't even get excited about pulling that. Well, at the time, back in February, this was a $300 card if it grades a PSA 10. It was. But raw, it was only $35, which with certain base cards, you see that. This card has dropped down to now $140. Which is crazy. I think even in the last couple of weeks, this card's kind of went down in value. Again, they're knocked out of the playoffs, so some of that stuff probably factors into it. But enough talking. Let's hope for a 10. Oh, this is so nice. Okay. Good stuff so far. Very good stuff. This, as I said, 140-ish right now. Hopefully that number goes up. Hopefully the market turns around a little bit. Hopefully, with Herbert coming back playing next year, that card goes up, but still happy with that grade, obviously. Now this one, Kyler Murray. I think this is the one that went, not that Herbert. This Kyler Murray have went down quite. I'll talk a little bit more on that, but this card was pulled by my wife, Nikki. Is that inside? You gotta be kidding me. There's a little freaking fuzz in there. And down there. Nope, never mind. That's on the outside. That one's definitely on the inside. Odd. I hope that doesn't detract from the number here. It could, but my wife pulled this out of a cello. And in that cello, it was in a pack order. I think pack order is number 2. Wife pack order is number 2, number 4. It was very early. I can't remember. She pulled Drew Lock, Will Greer, which it was the green version of it. Drew Lock was the red, white, and blue. And this, all in the same cello. It was absolutely amazing. And when we pulled the card, we noticed this black line there. And we were like, what the heck happened? Every single one of the cards has that. It's something in the background that just kind of shows through this card, which you guys are probably very aware of by now. But at the time, we were like upset about it. This card is the only Kyler Murray I have for my Prism set from 2019. So I don't have any plans to sell this unless it does get a 10 and maybe I buy a raw one and just do that. But again, I thought this card looked like it could get a 10, so I sent it in. Oh, the white fuzz did not attract it. Thank you. Oh, that would have been so cruddy. I don't know what to say. Cruddy. That's a good word. But I would have been tempted to, crack that maybe and get that. I don't know. I don't know. Thank goodness, though. We'll take the 10 on the Kyler. Nikki, good job on that, Kyler. You didn't drop it or throw it like a lot of the other cards you've done in Pack Wars. She's upstairs listening. We have a Bouchette. A little story with this one. Oh, I didn't even say. Sorry, guys. This card back in February was a Kyler raw. It was $30. No, raw, sorry. It was $75. PSA 10 was $450, and now it's down to $200. I want to say a couple weeks ago, this was still a $300 card. At least $250. I can't remember what. This one took a pretty big hit when, I don't know why he's not playing well. They're still in the playoffs, so that could fluctuate a lot yet here in the near future. All right, Bouchette Topps Series 1. And this is the gold foil. I think there's like 69 or 70 PSA 10s of this. There's supposed to be like 750-ish of these total cards. And I bought this on, I haven't even been checking. Hopefully all these are right. This one is, which is good. I bought this on eBay, and it was a rainbow foil in the description, in the title and everything on eBay. And I looked at it. It was like $40 card. And I'm like, well, for a rainbow, that makes sense. But it kind of looks gold to me, which it should have been a lot more, maybe double. At like $100 at the time, maybe when I bought it. So I got this for $40. I'm trying to get that gold there for you. You don't really see it too well when I pulled up here, but this card, I think the only thing I was worried about, which you guys can't really see, but it's pretty common with these, down by his socks, there's like a little bit of wearing, but I noticed that on a lot of them. So let's hope that that isn't something they detract for. Let's go. Pop like 70, I think, of this card. That is a big one, but not as big as it was back in February. Bouchette, gold foil. Raw value of this card was $150. So like I said, I got it for, I want to say it was 40. I want to say it was $40. So that was a big steal at the time. Somebody thought they had a rainbow foil and it's actually a gold. And this was a $700 card in a PSA 10 back in February. Now, it's a $400 card, but 10 times my investment. Well, I got to factor in that $30 for, these were, I didn't even say, they were $25 to send these in, and then to ship them there and back, and with insurance and all that stuff, it was another $5 per card. I just baked it into that cost. So it was $30 at the time. Killing it. Gosh, can I get this last one? That's a big one right there. So that was actually probably, if this one comes out as a 10, that bow might be still worth a little bit more, but we will see. Justin Herbert, Mosaic. This one was also pulled by myself in a pack war with Nikki, and a little bit later, I don't remember exactly what number it was, but I was very, very happy. Justin Herbert was the man when I pulled this card. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, this was the card that I had kind of teased out there. Let's see what it gets. Hopefully a 10. We killed it, guys. Oh, thank goodness. It's exactly, I couldn't ask for anything better. There was no shot that Drew Brees was going to get a 10. I'm surprised it got a 9, but that is key. If any of these cards would have got a 9, I don't know. I don't know if all these would have got a 9. And again, I could have just got a different grader, and these could all be 9s. Who knows? But I am very, very happy. All of these cards looked so good under my magnifying glass and wiping them down and stuff. But this card here, $250 raw back in February. As a PSA 10, it was $600. Now it has dropped down to $350, which is not quite that half mark, but just about. So I guess I don't have to go do any math because they all came out the way I thought. So with all these cards here grading the way they did, if I sell them before taxes and everything, which if I sold them raw, you'd still have the fees and stuff like that. So I'm not going to factor in any eBay fees or anything like that. But I have $1,425. Did I say that right? $1,425 worth of cards right here. Out of these 7 cards, again, I'm just so happy that they came back because for a while there, I wasn't sure if they would. A 20-day submission took 11 months, which is crazy. But had I sold them raw back in February at the peak of the market, I'd have gotten back $720. So $1,425. You got to subtract out the 210. So we'll say $1,215. That's exact math, actually. I didn't quite double my value if I would have sold them raw, but pretty close. So I am, very happy with the way this came out. Again, let's just hope that card market kind of at least for some of these guys. I think all these guys got a chance. That's Zion. Yeah, I think all these guys have a very good chance. Well, this one, I don't know. Well, but like I said, I'm not planning on selling that one anytime soon. But yeah, I'm very elated. I'm very happy it went this way. It could have went a heck of a lot worse. That's for dang sure. And Nikki won't make me sleep on the couch tonight, which is also good news. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. I wish I could tell you, exactly what you need to do. I was very, very picky. Like I said, if I noticed any sort of dimple or just a slightly soft corner, I didn't send it in because I wanted my first PSA experience to be a good one. I didn't want to send a whole bunch of junk in and get a bunch of crummy grades. And right now it would be one sad puppy, which I know a lot of people out there sent some stuff in that they probably wish they didn't. I will have a 45-day return coming in, hopefully in the near future, which some of those cards I'll be like, why did I send this in? So you guys stay tuned for that. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I am ecstatic. I don't know. It was fun. I love PSA. I just love their slabs. I'm very happy with KK Sports Cards. The whole process went well. I'm very pleased. So if you guys do have any questions, feel free to reach out, Instagram, email me, or you can just type in the comments below and I'll try to respond to the best of my ability. But again, like I said, I was just picky. But that's going to do it, guys. We're going to see you tomorrow morning. If you're watching this on Friday night, I'll have the top 10 polls of the week. It's a pretty good bunch, so you're not going to want to miss it. It won't be live because I'm actually going to be snowboarding tomorrow morning, but I'll get that up for you guys tomorrow morning to watch, to start your weekend off. Hopefully you have a long weekend. I just found out I did. I didn't know I have Monday off, but until tomorrow, guys, be smart, be safe, and be humble. Ian out.